What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this fiery red Dior polygel set with some really cute nail charms and 3D croc print. I created this look using the new monthly gift box from Melodysusie, so I'm going to do a quick little unboxing before the tutorial as always. But yeah, this is basically like a monthly subscription box where you get like nail tools and nail art in your monthly box. There's different options on their website, which I will leave the link down below if you are interested in signing up with my discount code. But yeah, in this box I received 3 drill bits, a tip cutter, and also this really cute metallic pink drill bit holder. It's like a little foldable case, which I love. I'm obsessed with this because I don't really have anything to hold my drill bits in. I just keep them in the little plastic thing that they usually come in, or just like put them in this little pink bag that I have just loosely. So it's nice to have something to actually put them in and stay organized so they don't like break or anything like that. Some of the ceramic plastic ones can like snap in half if you're not careful. So yeah, they sent over a coarse grit drill bit and then 2 cuticle bits, which I will be testing out in the video, but right now I'm just showing you guys how to put them in the little case and how they look and everything like that. So in these monthly subscription boxes you can sign up for a month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, and it will like automatically deduct from your account a month. But you get a bunch of different things. I guess this month's box is basically like nail tools, but on a different month you could get anything from like acrylic, nail art, brushes, etc. So I think it's a really nice thing to have because Melodysusie has great quality drill bits and nail drills. I use their products literally in every video. So that's what the case looks like after you close it up. And also in this box there is a little set of buffers and hand files, which I really like because these buffers and hand files work really good. So there's 3 different buffers in different sizes, as you can see right here. I really like the 100 180 grit one, and this one, they work really good. It's like a double-sided buffer, and these are the hand files in different sizes, 180, 150, and 240. So I'm basically going to go ahead and film my usual removal process using the Melodysusie Jade nail drill and dust collector, along with some of the drill bits that they sent. I did want to mention though that in every subscription box you may not get the same things as everyone else, but you'll get some of the same products, but they might be different. That does say that on their website. But yeah, I'm using this coarse grit drill bit, and I just want to know why it's like so big. Like, it's really long compared to most drill bits that I normally use, and I'm not gonna lie, I grazed the skin off of my thumb with this drill bit. Maybe it's because my nails are small, but I really kind of feel like it doesn't really need to be this big unless you are taking down product on your entire nail for some reason. I feel like maybe that would be a better reason to use it, not just for like regular removals, unless you're like that great like that. But I'm kind of like clumsy, so drill bits like this honestly scare me, and I wasn't gonna finish using it in the video because your girl was not willing to risk losing any fingers for this video, but I just did it for you guys so that you can see. By the way, excuse my like self tan on the palm of my hands. I made like a mess, but yeah, ignore that. But anyways, I was a little bit scared. I just recommend going a little bit slower than usual with this bit. I'm using it on 18,000 RPMs, and one thing I could say, it does take down the product really fast, and it does take it down pretty good. But like if you go outside of the nail a little bit, it does like literally graze your skin. Like on my pinky, I went like along the edge a little too fast, and it like literally grazed the skin off of my fingers. Maybe I'm just like too rough with my own nails, but I don't know, I just feel like it's not a good size for the average nail bed because most of us don't really have big nails. But I could see why they made it, because it takes the product down faster, but I'm just not really feeling it because it's just so huge. Like, why does it have to be this big? But yeah, after my long rant of that, I'm gonna go ahead and dust my nails off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and push my cuticles back to go ahead and get ready to go in with the cuticle bit. This is a process that I do every time I change my nails. That's why I have that little bit of pink acrylic on my nails, so that when I file down my set, I don't file through my actual nail, and then I just like put new nail tips on and do a new set. But right now I'm pushing back my cuticles with this cuticle pusher so that I could go in with the cuticle bit and remove all that dead cuticle. I'm also removing some of the dead skin that came up from using that drill bit. So if you're going to use a drill bit like that, just be very careful, because it will graze your skin even with the lightest touch. Like, I didn't even touch my pinky barely with the drill bit, it just wet over a little bit. And yeah, just be careful. I don't think I'm going to ever use that drill bit again after this video, but to each their own. I do, however, like this cuticle bit. It works really good for getting the dead skin and cuticle off of your nail plate. Also, like the little crusties behind the cuticle area, it's really small to fit in that area, and it's really gentle. It looks like it wouldn't be, but it barely feels like anything, honestly, when you're using it. I just recommend using all cuticle bits on a lower speed to avoid damaging your natural nail. So I'm using this drill bit on 15,000 RPMs, but as you can see, it's picking up all that dead skin and like crust off of the cuticle area. And now I'm going to go in with a man drill bit and a 180 sanding band. This drill bit actually comes with this nail drill, but I'm going to use this drill bit to remove the rest of the cuticle off the nail plate, or like any crust or anything. I'm also going to use it to rough up the surface of the nail so that the product sticks better. You want to make sure you remove all cuticle or anything off of your nail plate, especially around the cuticle area, so that you don't get lifting. That's the main cause of lifting, when you have leftover cuticle on your nail plate or product. I put the pink acrylic towards the tip of my nail, so it's not really around the cuticle, so it doesn't cause lifting, if you're wondering. If you are going to do that though, you want to make sure you change the pink acrylic every once in a while, because old product will cause lifting. And I am making sure to remove most of the old nail tip from the tip of the nails, so that when I apply my new nail tips on, I don't have like a big hump of product there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and glue on my nail tips now. I'm using the 2XL square nail tips that I always use. They are linked in my Amazon store. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and glue these on. I'm using some Beauty Secrets nail glue from Sally's. This is a quick dry nail glue. It's a new tube that they have, I guess, where it's clog proof. It has like this little cap that you put on it so that it keeps the like opening open so that it doesn't clog, which I really like, except it does dry really fast compared to the actual Beauty Nail Secrets glue that I use. So you have to move really fast if you're going to use it. That's the only downside. Like, as soon as that nail tip is hitting the nail, it is dry. So that's why I'm going in with just a little bit more glue on the nails to glue down the corners, because if you have any part of your nail tip sticking up, that's also going to cause lifting. So I'm just going back in to kind of reinforce them. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and shape up my nail tips. I do that with my drill. I just use the 180 sanding band. So I'm taking down the length. I did actually use the tip cutter to cut them, but it wasn't recording. But I do like that tip cutter a lot because when you cut the nails, it catches the plastic piece in the little case on the back of it. But sorry, my camera wasn't even on. But yeah, I usually start by doing that. I cut the tips down and then I kind of use my drill just to even out the length. I make the first 3 nails the same length, the pinky a little shorter, and then, well, lately I've been making the thumb a little bit shorter because my thumb on the other hand is broken, so they need to be short so it can kind of heal. So as you could see, after I finish evening out the length on all of them, I went along the sides to kind of like shape them up how I want them. I'm doing a tapered square and then I'm etching over the surface of all the nail tips. I like to etch my nail tips because I feel like the product sticks better. Then to finish up the shaping of my nail tips, I'm going to use the 180 grit hand file that came with the subscription box. So I'm just filing along the sides right now just to neaten up the shape a little bit, holding my file straight and then angling my file in and filing in towards the tip to get that tapered square look. Whatever I do, I hold my file straight so that the shape comes out even, and I alternate sides to avoid filing on one side for too long. Then to file the free edge, I hold my file at an angle and file straight across. Moving on to the tutorial, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my dehydrator and primer. So I'm doing 1 coat of Modelones dehydrator and 2 coats of primer. Then I'm gonna go in with a layer of base gel on my nail beds since I'm doing a polygel set, and then cure that for 60 seconds. So now I'm going to go in with some McCart foil gel on the tips of my nails, and I'm going to cure in my bigger lamp, not my mini Madam Glam lamp, because for some reason it wasn't curing all the way through. I tried it off camera and for some reason it didn't cure all the way through, so I had to take it off. That's why I kind of have like these little lint on my nails that I'm trying to remove right now. But I'm applying some of that towards the tip of my nail, and I'm doing a full 60-second cure, and then I'm going to wait a couple seconds and apply these Dior nail foils onto the gel and use a silicone tool to kind of like rub it in so that the foil transfers. It worked perfectly. The foil didn't have any patches or anything like that. I just was feeling doing a red set today for some reason. I really love that fiery, like orangey red color, especially in the summertime with a tan. So I kind of wanted to do a set like that with some designer and cherries for some reason. Like, I don't know, I had that vision in my head. So that's how I got the idea. So yeah, I'm just doing that, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the ring finger. I'm going to be doing an ombre on these 2 nails, so I'm using this shade from Modelones. It's a nude beige pink color. It's number 302 from one of their Polygel kits. So I'm using a very small bead of that, and I usually start patting it around the cuticle onto the nail bed and then blending the polygel where the tip and the natural nail meet. If you put a little bit extra polygel, you could just remove it so you get a really nice blend. You just want to make sure not to cover up too much of the Dior foils. I did put this polygel in the freezer since Modelones polygel is a little bit on the runnier side, but it was still kind of like soft, so I decided to just cure each nail to avoid the polygel from sitting on the nail a little too long and running into the cuticle area. On the next two nails, I'm going to be doing an ombre as well, but I'm going to paint the tips of these nails with this fiery reddish orange color from Madame Glam. It's called Energize Your Day. This is like the perfect like reddish orange color. It's really bright and pretty, especially for summer. I really love this color. Normally I'm not really a fan of red. I like certain color reds like this. They are really pretty to me. So I applied that to the tips of the nails first and cured, and now I'm going to be doing an ombre with that same color. On this nail I had to cure it and then just go in with a little bit more of the nude pink. I guess I didn't apply enough. You want to make sure you apply enough so that it blends better and you can't see like any line of demarcation between the colors. After I'm done doing the ombre, I'm gonna go ahead and encapsulate with Modelones Clear Polygel. Normally I'm not really a fan of their clear polygel because it's really runny and it's hard to apply, but this is the only clear that I have, so I'm making it work. So I'm using their slip solution with it, also with a little bit of base gel. It helps so it doesn't stick to my brush as much, but as you can see, it was still kind of doing it, so I was kind of using a light touch so that it didn't really do that. Something about their clear is just weird. I don't know, it's not really meant for nail tips. I don't think. I think it's more meant for dual forms. It's just a little bit harder to apply, but if you use base gel or their slip solution or like a gel based slip solution, it applies a lot easier. I am going to be curing each nail because if you leave this polygel on the nail for long enough, it will run all over the place. You also want to make sure you wipe the cuticle area really good before curing. But basically I'm just squeezing the polygel onto the nail. I applied way too much on this nail, so I removed a lot of it, but I just apply the polygel onto the nail and kind of just start by the cuticle to start patting it in place. I use the rounded end that squeezes out of the bottle to build the apex, so I focus that polygel in like the nail bed area, and then I just pat the rest of the polygel side to side down the nail. You want to make sure the sidewalls are covered, and then use your brush to smooth the nail out before you cure it as best as you can so you don't have any lumps or anything. I did actually add some glitter on this nail before I went ahead and encapsulated it. It was actually a last minute thing, so I just decided to use a little bit of base gel to apply some of this mylar just to give the set a little something extra. Alright, so now that the nails are all encapsulated, I did cleanse the tacky layer of gel off with some isopropyl alcohol, and now I'm going to go ahead and shape the nails up so we could go ahead and do the rest of the nail art. So I'm just going to use a 180 sanding band to take down the bulk of these nails, since they're not really thick and they're polygel, so they fall down a lot faster and easier than acrylic, so you really don't need like any kind of like coarse grit or even medium grit bit. A 180 sanding band is pretty much just fine as long as you don't like apply a mountain of product onto your nails. They didn't send me a bit that was a medium grit or anything, and I'm not using that coarse grit bit. That's way too coarse to just debulk your nails. And I didn't use that pointy bit because that's more for like cleaning under your nails, or if you're gonna like do a nail piercing, you can use it to pierce right through your nail, but I'm not doing that in this video, so I'm not really gonna use it. But those pointy drill bits do come in handy, or if you do have to clean up like a really small area around the cuticle, you can also use it for that too. Just be very careful. Right now I'm just going around the cuticle area to seal around the cuticle, file that down really good, and then I'm just filing over the surface of the rest of the nail to smooth and even it out. You can see the structure of the nails when I turn my hand to the side. It's always the same thing. You have your little hill that's the apex, and you do want some thickness towards the free edge, and the sidewall should always be the thinnest part of your nail. Always make sure to file underneath your nails to get out product. And now I'm going to take that same 180 grit hand file and I'm going to shape up the nails just like I did when I pre-shaped my nail tips. So like I said earlier, I'm doing a tapered square, so I'm filing the bulk off of the sides of the nail first by holding my file straight, filing a few times on each side, alternating sides, and then to taper in the tip, holding my file at an angle and filing in towards the tip of the nail, and then filing straight across the free edge of the nail. And last, I'm gonna go in with that 180-100 buffer and just buff the scratches out of the nail. I love these buffers. They work so good. Like, they buff the nails so nicely and make them really nice and smooth. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do the 3D croc print. I did actually top coat this nail off camera. So right now I'm doing the 3D croc print outline. I'm gonna be pouring acrylic powder on top of it to make it more 3D, but I'm using that same red to paint it on first. So I'm making little rectangular shapes down the middle of the nail and then smaller ones off to the sides. But before I cure, I'm gonna pour some clear acrylic powder on top of them and then cure it in my lamp. I did end up getting like some rhinestone gel on top of the design, so it kind of messed it up from looking matte. So later on I do end up just top coating over it, but I still like the way it looked. It kind of gave it like a different look, so I thought it was still kind of cute. I kind of preferred it shiny for some reason anyway. And to finish everything up, I'm going to use some Acrylic rhinestone gel to apply some charms on my nails. So I'm using some red hearts, cherries, gold hearts, and also some silver cherries, and I'm kind of like doing that kind of like color mix, and I think it came out really cute. I love the way they turned out. It has everything I love. I love Dior like designer, croc print, and the cherries. I think it was like a whole vibe. So I am going to do a little flash cure so they don't slide around on the nail, by the way. But yeah, after I apply the charms, I'm just going to go ahead and top coat with some top gel and top coat underneath the Dior nails because they're glass ones, so that they look nice and clear. But yeah, after that it's pretty much done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.